here in now. And we're good. All right, looks good. We're just waiting for first pitch now. It'll be Reese Olson on the mound for the Tigers. He'll be facing Kiner Falefa, Bay, Rodriguez, Sawinski, Gonzalez, Cook, Johnson, Gorski, and Williams. Sorry, we just played a guy with the last name Williams, so I was just making sure. And they'll be pitching Falter this afternoon. Olson for the Tigers. And yeah, as we said, Kiner Falefa, Bay, and Rodriguez to lead her off. First pitch, any second. Hopefully we're looking at a win. We've kind of tied. I think we 3 in a row ties, and then called strike 1, and then we lost yesterday. So it's been quite a while since we've taken a win. So hopefully we can get back into the right side of the column here. I guess the left side of the columns, I suppose, would be more accurate than right side. But technically, like, the right side would be on the win side. You know what I mean? Like, you want to, the wrong side would be the losing side. The right side, therefore, would be, you know, 1-2 for Kiner Falefa. And he flies out 1 away. All right, good start. Ew. Kind of a slow start, eh? Hopefully a couple more people than 1 show up. However, it is St. Patrick's Day. Work day. I don't know how it's going to be. Here's Bay. One. Doing good, Phil. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Hopefully all is well in your world. We got a 1-2 count here. Ah, damn, that looks like it's going to be an 0-2 or a 1-2 hit. Hopefully it's just a single. Sorry, I just got to send a message to about something. Perfect. All right, we're good. Oh, cancel. Now I can leave. Yep. What's up, Wade? 1-0. Runner at second on a double. Looks like Malloy committed an error, and that's how he reached. You're running your errands right now, picking up your prescriptions for your surgery tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Doing laundry and got to meet someone to cold therapy medicine in Deep View. Eesh. Rehabbing and getting your shoulder right. Long day. Oh, yeah, and MLB The Show comes out in a few hours, right? Big day. Oh, in 10 hours. So basically tomorrow it comes out. But yeah, I get you. 2-1 on Rodriguez. Well, I hope the stream picks up a little bit, but we'll give it like normal 30 minutes or so. If it's kind of still dead around then, we'll probably just call her. I respect the midnight release. I think it's a classic. It's like a callback too to the classic time. Oh, that's runs. It's like a throwback to a classic era of gaming. Torkelson's playing right field today. That's interesting. And there was a triple into right field off Torkelson. Well, it's a pretty bad idea to put his ass out there. Runner at third, one away, 1-0 Pirates. Just as I noticed that Torkelson's out in right field, there's a triple out there. And I'm guessing it would happen because Torkelson has no idea how to field a ball in the outfield. Ball one. Or a very limited idea of how to do so. Midnight release because sometimes you'll be the last one to get a copy and others are left stranded. Good times. Yeah. You got to show up at the right time. You had to convince your parents to let you go do that because often that means they had to stand there too. Unless you had a dad who gamed, and then it was just a thing you and your dad went and did. Which is the thing. I have plenty of friends whose dads were like gamers. It's more common now, I would imagine. As millennials are starting to have kids that are getting older. Oh, hopefully that's a sack fly. We're getting the shit beat out of us already, it looks like. All right, it's a sack fly, 2 away. All right, that's not so bad then. I'm just glad it wasn't a homer. Do 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 do. Well, I knew that was gonna happen. If you've been watching me for a week, I said, "Oh, they're gonna send Jace Young back to AAA." He wasn't hitting, so he had to go back. And that was fairly obvious. I don't know. I don't follow consoles, so I don't know. Probably, though. You'd imagine. Or they're just done making new ones. There's no real reason to make a new one. For what reason? I guess just release like a pro version of it and move on. And even barely any PS5 games. What, there are like 6 games made for the PS5 explicitly? Just, all right, time to move on. All right, that'll end the top of the first. The Pirates get 2. Malloy, Perez, and Torres. Torkelson, Ibanez, Keith, Dingler, Kreidler, and Sweeney. He just got to get better at hitting. Oh, it was just clear Young wasn't ready to go, so send him back down. Not a big deal. And if he sucks, oh well, we'll just fucking get a new third baseman. Slide McGonigal over. I don't know. It's not that hard. One of our 500 shortstops can go play third base. Ranging to their right shouldn't be, or to their left shouldn't be that hard, you know? It's like you only gotta do half the work. What the fuck are you crying about? So you're ranging up the middle on every play now. That's basically your new thing. It's not that hard. Or you charge it forward, or you stand there, or you have to kind of backhand down the line. But you should be able to backhand. You're a fucking shortstop. They're backwards compatible, so you can play any game from any other systems. I don't like older games. They all look like shit, and I don't like that. I get a headache when I play them. I'm like, ugh. I used to think this looked good. And then I remember, no, I didn't. I used to even think back then, wow, this looks like shit. I don't like video games. They give me a headache. It's always been a thing. The crappier something looks, the worse it makes my head look if I look at it for too long. So I can't watch movies. Like, I can't watch a lot of old movies because of that problem. Unless they're remastered into high definition, I literally just like, I get like a splitting headache from it. It's crazy, isn't it? Like anything made prior to the HD revolution in television and film, I get like weirdly nauseous looking at it. I'm like, ugh. Storylines, they're all about it. I'd say they're better now, mainly because serious writers are now involved in making game plots. Whereas in the past, it would be like, you got to get the princess. Like every game used to just be like, you got to go save and stop this evil guy. Why? Well, because he's evil. He's from hell. 2 in 1. So like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the whole industry's taken a giant leap forward, and that's why it's gigantic the way it is. I have a lot of respect for the. Yeah, I have respect for old games. I'm a tech person. I like everything to be new. The more new and the more better it looks is awesome. We should just take everything old and remake it so I can watch it and enjoy it. That's why I like remakes a lot. I'm a big fan of remakes of things. I'm the guy they make remakes for. That'll be a base hit. Like, if they could remake that movie A Clockwork Orange, I could fucking finally watch it because it won't give me a headache. And I'm so excited for that. But they got to change all the characters to piss everybody off. That's also very funny when that happens. You know how much I'm happy that they're making Severus Snape a black dude in the new Harry Potter thing? I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's what's up. I'm a big fan of this. Mainly just because 100% is because 98% of it's because it pisses so many people off, and that's very funny to me. And the 2%, hey, that's another base hit, back-to-back singles for the Tigers. Maybe we can get some runs back here. Runners at the corners, nobody out. The other 1% is like, race isn't central to like 90% of Harry Potter, so I don't know why anyone cares. Like, you can make it an entire Jamaican thing, and there's almost nothing lost. Except instead of like British politics, it's probably going to be like Jamaican politics, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Like, the general point of the story has very, like, other than like being like magic, non-magic, or like a mudblood half, like you came from magic out of nowhere. That's the actual race part. Like, that's it. That's the whole thing, is like blood magic and shit like that. Has nothing to do with the color of anyone or the way anyone looks, actually. The only thing that's questionable is they got to turn a few more characters black, because if they don't, then James Potter and his buddies singled out the lonely one black kid at Hogwarts, bullied him, and did all kinds of torturous antics to this man, mainly just because he sucks. But again, it wasn't because Snape was weird or like weird looking or anything to do with the way he looked. 100% had to do with the fact he's a fucking weirdo and a Nazi. Like, that's why they like bullied him and shit. They just didn't like him. He's a fucking weird guy. And I think you can get away with that because, again, it's not centered around like, oh, Snape was really pale, so we beat his ass. Or like, Snape had that weird greasy hair and a big nose. Beat the fuck right out of him for it. Can't believe he had those features. We had to hurt him for it. No, that's literally not what it is. It's because he's a weirdo. And he hangs around like Death Eaters. Yeah, and there was like they beefed over the girl, and Snape was just kind of a shitlord that went to Slytherin. James Potter's just kind of a bully guy. But that whole thing, it's like I don't see the problem with changing the race of the characters. They already race swapped Hermione in an official canon thing, and no one really even gave a fuck. 2 and 2. Telling you, changes nothing to the story. Like in the Cursed Child, the stage play that's 100% canon. Hermione's a black woman, and J.K. Rowling was like, "Yeah, that's totally fine." He's like, "Why does it matter if Hermione's white, black, or anything? She could be anything. Race isn't central to her character at all." And I'm like, "Yeah, see, literally, who cares? Like, those characteristics can change in any character, so long as the thing being changed isn't central to that character." It's like, well, like the only characters that genuinely probably can't physically be changed racially are like the Malfoys because of like they're described very specifically as kind of like white people, and the Ginger Weasleys. That's about it. Everyone else is kind of vaguely, probably maybe Harry Potter. I don't really know about that though. A pass ball, the runner gets down to second. I believe that's the season next Thursday. Can't believe it, Wade. I don't know. People get upset about silly things that don't matter. And I find it very funny. It would be really funny is if they made the Weasleys black. I'd be like, well, I officially am on the other side now. 16 consecutive years. That's a long time, Wade. Looks like Torres drives in both runs. It's a 2-run double for Gleyber Torres. We got a tie game. Yeah, I don't think it matters or changes anything to the story. And people complaining about it just seem they're just as bad as the people who change it. Like in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's annoying. I suppose, I guess, but like, fucking don't watch it then. You don't need to announce your departure. No one cares. Just be like, that's not for me. Like, I don't like live action remakes of things. I don't watch those. I don't want to watch real world Lion King. I don't give a fuck about that. I prefer that in cartoons. You know what I mean? I think it's gay that we're leaving behind cartoons. So I don't fucking watch that. I'm not going to complain about it though. Or you know what I mean? Like make it like some moral problem. The character that they made a long time ago, they changed. Yeah, I'm angry. 0-2. The thing from when I was a baby is not the same as from when I was a baby, and now I'm angry. That's how people sound to me about stuff like that. You can change anything from me, and I wouldn't care. I don't really give a shit. Things change. You know what doesn't change though? The Patriots being the best team in the NFL. That's a fact. And everyone else is a liar. I hereby reject all of the other wins in the NFL last season as fraudulent, except for the Patriots. Therefore, Patriots are the true Super Bowl champions of 2024-2025 NFL season. Disprove it. Good luck, liberal. Yeah, I like Gleyber Torres. We finally got a guy who can hit left-handed pitching, and that was an example of it. That was our greatest struggle last season, was having a consistent guy other than Andy Ibanez who could hit left-handed pitching. So adding in a bat like Gleyber, who maybe doesn't hit righties all that well, but hits lefties at like an 860 clip or some crazy shit like that, fouled away, the counter remained 2-2, will undoubtedly make us actually better against the thing we do worst against, which is hitting left-handed pitching, because we have like all of our good bats are lefties. It is what it is. If Torkelson, Torres, and Baez can all step the fuck up this year and hit left-handed pitching, we should be good. Damn, Torque struck out. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, he's getting, we'll see with Torres. Tigers seem to be okay with injury. Like, I know we have a lot of injuries happen, but we don't seem to, like, ironically, we don't have them with injury-prone players. Like, we skated around all of the Jack Flaherty woes and figured out how for him to just not get hurt anymore. And then, I don't know. I think we do a pretty good job with this. AJ Hinch is a pretty good player manager, so I'm not too worried. He's a player's coach. I'm pretty sure if any player told AJ that they're not feeling great and they need a day off, he'd move heaven and earth to make sure you got that day off. He's a good manager, good guy. I'm glad he's the coach of the team. I'm so glad he didn't go to the White Sox, dude. When he all of a sudden didn't sign that contract and then took that last minute meeting with the White Sox, I went, son of a fucking bitch, dude. And then the White Sox hired Tony La Russa instead because they didn't want to hire a cheater, is basically what they said. So we got AJ Hinch on a fucking deal, dude. And then he signed an extension. How great was that? We have AJ Hinch for like a half decade or some crazy shit like that. He doesn't want to leave. His kids are in college now. He's not as stressed out about shit anymore, which is awesome. His daughter graduated high school, and that was a big. I think he's even considering moving now. Like, he doesn't want to move, but I think like he's more comfortable with the idea of like his family, like him and his wife living in Michigan during the summer instead of everyone living in Texas and him having to like fucking fly and drive around out. Because again, you know, his kids are older now, or they're getting older, and he lives in Houston full time. By the way, he's from Texas, so you know. There's a pitching change, which is why I stopped talking about the game. Grant Ford is in to pitch for a Bailey Falter. Apparently, the Pirates had seen enough. Or we'll see Bailey Falter come back in the second inning. The pitcher may have to go take a shit. Or it has to go look at tape or something, and then they'll bring him back in. That's my favorite rule of preseason baseball. You can kind of just bring a guy back in. You'd be like, never mind, we didn't mean to change him. He had to shit. And it's the preseason, so he can come out mid inning and take a dump. Because there's not much you could do in a regular game. I mean, you have you have the clubhouse bathroom right there. Oh, for sure, Phil. I'll probably be live till about 2 or so. I'm probably not going to do much more of this. It's a pretty dead stream today. No offense to anyone watching. It's just not a lot of people came by. It's one of them days. My class was pretty empty today too. This morning. Not many students came by, but I kind of figured as much. Let's see. Damn it, AJ. I thought AJ Brown was trending, and I was like, did he get traded to the Patriots? Did it finally happen? 3-1. Did not happen. It did not. Hey, Andy Ibanez walks. So 2 on, 1 out here. Runners are at first and second. We're in the bottom of the first. It's a 2-2 affair. How's everybody doing? Are we all good? Well, we're all nestled in and feeling good. Here's Colt Keith. Ball 1. Do 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 do. Strike 1. He swings through it. We got a 1-1 count. 1-2 on a called strike. Come on, Colt. He's right-handed now. You should be able to hit this guy. Hell yeah, and he gets a piece of one that at least drives in a run. Maybe more. Maybe he hit a 3-run homer. You ever think of that? 2-run double. Back-to-back 2. We have 2-run doubles in this inning. That's pretty cool. So Ibanez and Torres score on a 2-run double by Colt Keith. He's standing at second with still just 1 away. Here's Dilson Dingler. Maybe a dingle bomb due. I think it's time for the dingle bomb. It's been a while. He's overdue. Oh, 1. Called strike. Ball 1. It's 1-1. It's 2-1. Ball way inside. Almost hit him. Bad spin. Chases a ball. 2-2 though. Not a good. Not good. We're deuce right now. 1 out. Runner at second. What are we going to get? And another double. Dylan Dingler hits a double this time. Billy, Colt Keith scores. I don't know why I said Billy. Billy Cook, the outfielder. Got it. So back to 1 on, 1 out. Runners at second. Here's Ryan Kreidler. 5-2. Tigers lead. Big first inning here. Hello. Anyone there? Damn, another mom visit. I think they're doing another pitch and change. Damn, this could be the second pitcher we've chased in this game already. 1 out, runner at first. We've almost batted around. Bottom of the first here, 5-2 Tigers lead. Still only in the first inning of this game. Pirates had a longer first. Tigers had a long first. Looks like they ended up giving Malloy an error on a play earlier in the game. Nope. Okay, they're good. And Dingler got caught stealing third. Well, that was a dumb play. 2 down now for Ryan Kreidler. Well, there goes our promising inning. Why did he try to steal? Why would a catcher try and steal third? That's a weird play. Ball 2. Damn, I was hoping we'd bat around. Most likely the inning's over now because this idiot's up. 2 down, 2-0 count though. The fucking Kreidel bomb. Called strike on a... Alright, 2-1. May dip out after this half inning comes to a close. I think the stream's just not going to happen today. I think it's pretty dead. For one reason or the other. 3-1. And that's okay. Said I'm fucking busy during the days anyway. Ryan Kreidler walks. That'll be a ball of 4. Back to a runner on with 2 away. Here's Trey Sweeney. Sweeney's probably also got to get it going a little bit more. He's having a little bit of a slow spring, but I don't think he's in danger like Young was. Young was one of those guys that was clearly going to be sent down. That's like really soon. It's like, man, he's hitting like 400 right now with an OPS. That's real bad. Swinging strike 1. McKinstry can get away with it because he's sort of a ultra utility guy. He can literally do everything on the team. He can pitch, catch, first, second, third, short, all the outfield spots. So again, he and Jace Young just probably can't do that. So, you know, them super utility guys get jobs for no reason in baseball. They can't really play that well, but they're good at every position. So Cook, Johnson, and Gorski. Well, we'll watch through the bottom of the second at least. Maybe the stream will pick up a little bit. We'll give it a little bit more chance. But if not, that's fine too. Tigers up 5-2. Got some stuff I could get done between in the meantime. Excuse me. No. Fitzy, North Carolina made the tournament, but they have the worst loss then. Indiana, West Virginia. Well, they got in because their name is North Carolina. Pretty standard situation there. And Taterhead, I'm only sticking around for a little while longer on this stream today. It seems like it's a dead day. With it being St. Patrick's Day and a million other things, I'm guessing people just aren't too interested in hanging out this afternoon. Plus, I got to leave at 2 o'clock or 2:30 anyway, so it's not that big a deal. It's just a pay-per-view stream. If people weren't here, the stream will be deleted. So I can say some controversial things in this stream. Donald Trump is a poo-poo head. Yeah, I went there. What are you going to do? Cancel me? Call the police? In a couple months, that may be illegal, what I just did. Yeah, no, that's the main issue, is that the fact that I'm able to command a 10-person audience at times watching preseason baseball is just a great prelude to what the regular season might look like. But yeah, no, I always appreciate when people come by. Just, you know, some of these days when I have a lot going on, it's like better for me mentally just to dip out. Because again, like you know, I could be doing like 2 or 3 other things right now, but I think it's just me and you now here. Everyone else is left because I'm not talking about the game when it's on a commercial break. Then they realize that, and then they come back when they go, oh yeah, I forgot commercials exist. That'll be a hit. Lead off single, first pitch, Billy Cook gets on. Oh yeah, I'm well aware of the issue. These games don't mean anything. Yeah, they're all afternoon games. Oh yeah, no, dude, I understand the issue. Most people are at work or they're busy today with festivities, drinking, partying. Because it fell on a Monday, it basically turns St. Patrick's Day into like a 4-day weekend. It's just like, all right, everyone's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're checking out. Hell yeah, all 2 of us here. Yeah, we're probably going to wrap this up then here, folks. Sorry, Taterhead and the one other person watching, which is probably me. I hope you guys understand. Nothing personal. I'd hang out, but there ain't nobody here to hang with except us, and I got shit I could be doing. 3-0 here. Such is life. If I didn't have a whole bunch of crap to do, I'd just play through, but that isn't the case here this afternoon. So we're gonna wrap it up. We'll see what happens with this at bat. If we get a double play, we'll keep the stream going. Let's see what we get. Come on, double play. Somewhat, yeah. 2-2 or 3-2. To some extent. I know most early games, I think baseball fans instinctively know earlier in the season you're going to get a lot more day games. I don't know. Baseball really genuinely does not give a fuck about its preseason. Unlike other sports that deeply care about their preseason games, baseball don't even want you watching this for the most part. They like go just sometimes be like, no one's there to broadcast. What do you mean? We don't have anyone at that game. There is limited data available for this. We have a guy who's there. His name's Autistic Steve, and he writes down all the pitches, and he's telling us what's coming in and how fast. Wait, that's how you guys are? Yep. That's how we transmit games when no one goes. We send our autistic like interns to go do this. And they just report back the raw numbers. Why? Who gives a fuck? It's 30. It's like 30 games that don't mean nothing. We played basically 200 games. Well, only 162 mean anything. Who the fuck cares? And really, 60 of them don't even mean anything either for most teams. Because I have a theory that you can lose 60 games before you have to care about your team's win-loss record. You can literally just have a great time as long as your team isn't above 60 losses all year long. Say your team only loses like 64 games and you're like a 97 game winner. What a great year. You never had to panic once. If your team wins like 102 games, or like say 102 and 60, oh, what a great year. You never had to panic one time. Guaranteed playoff, guaranteed top seed. See what I mean? The magic number is 60 losses. That's where you got to start worrying. Because after that, it gets a little wonky. Suddenly you're at 70 losses and 90 and 92 and 70. Isn't that phenomenal? Then suddenly you could be 82 and 80. Then you suck. So again, them 60 losses are for fun. Because almost every team is going to lose about 60 games. So you're safe. You got about 60 free ones. Gorski strikes out. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Oh, we caught a guy stealing. So we caught Billy Cooks. I was like, how the hell did we get a double play? Because that literally happened, by the way. I'm only live because there was a double play. That motherfucker genuinely hit into it like it was a swing, a strikeout, throw him out, double play. And I'm mad as fuck about it because it's like, really? Really? There was a double play on this. Okay. There is tracking of it. Like if you go to like MLB TV schedule, they have everything laid out. It's just and like their social medias are all very, very active. Like if you go to individual teams' social media, they do a great job at like promoting that they're playing today. It'll be like 9 a.m. and they'll have tweets out with the lineup and everything. So the teams do a good job of promoting that they're playing. So if you follow the teams, you'll see that your team's playing or not. They're all pretty solid about their social media usage in the MLB. Surprisingly. Pretty cool that AJ Hinch. What's up, Laura? You're here at the very end of the stream already. There's no one here today, really, so I'm going to be leaving. Because I don't want to stream to nobody. Especially just because like this should be people hanging out. If no one wants to hang out, I'm out of here. Nothing personal. I just got shit to, I could be doing instead. I'll shirk my responsibilities for a reason, but for nothing, And the issue is people have the app for baseball, but it doesn't tell you anything. Just for, again, regular season's fine. But I don't know. You should also just always assume your team is playing every day with baseball. And then you should just be surprised that they aren't one day. I think that's the best way to, I think that's how baseball fans deal with it, by the way. There is an assumption that your team is probably playing every day except one day, like Thursday. For the Tigers last year, our travel days seemed to have been like Thursday. And the occasional like Monday or Tuesday. Other than that, we played pretty much every single day. 1-2. And that's just the easiest way to predict baseball is to just be like, yeah, they're probably playing at 1, 4, or 7 o'clock, 6:40. I guess 3 o'clock is a thing too, which is a weird time, but baseball's a weird game. To be fair, though, I think basketball and hockey are in a similar boat in that they just play too many games for every single game to be a big deal, like it is in football. You know what I mean? I think the size of the schedule is too large for there to be um about game to game thing. Yeah, baseball sucks at free agent stuff. They just don't care. I'm telling you, man. Baseball has a weird media where to that by the way, Malloy struck out. Here's the number 2 hitter, Perez. They just kind of do their own thing. They're an interesting monopoly. They also don't. Baseball kind of has a weird relationship with the free agency as a concept, in that I don't think they like glorifying free agency as like, because they prefer you to sign with your team that you got drafted by. Like that's a thing in baseball. It's you should want to stay with your team. Of course, like guys are gonna leave because of like differences of like philosophy. They don't like playing in that city. They don't like playing in that ballpark. Whatever reasons they have. But generally, most guys would prefer to stay with the team that drafted them. They have a ton of friends there. They've been brought up in that organization. They probably feel like, you know what I mean? Like, say you're 18 and you get traded at, like, you go into free agency at like 28. That's 10 years with one team, you know? You probably don't want to leave, really. You're like, you know, I'd prefer to just stay here. I love being here. What's in any other sport? He would have been a big headline about being traded. Yeah, oh yeah, Kyle Tucker. That's a crazy trade. But again, baseball doesn't like sensationalizing those things, because again, I think as a sport, they'd prefer guys to stay. They tend to make a bigger deal out of when guys stay and get re-signed. If you actually follow baseball media, which is very unique. Like if Skubal extends with the Tigers, you know that it'll be a bigger deal than if he goes somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how baseball media treats. And by the way, you get preferential Hall of Fame consideration staying with the team that drafted you. I'm telling you, it's the culture of the sport. Basketball doesn't give a fuck. Basketball is just like, leave the team if you don't like them anymore. Fuck them. Football is becoming kind of a fuck 'em sport, where there's no loyalty established. Whereas baseball, guys don't like leaving the team. Like hockey, it's a similar thing. They prefer to stay with the team that picked them. You know, as long as they can, if with preference. Again, I'm trying to explain to you why. Yeah, that's because baseball doesn't care. They don't like free agency. If the MLB could, they'd get rid of it. Like they just be like, yeah, that was a mistake. We're not doing free agency. I'm not even lying to you. They hate free agency. They would rather teams draft their players and trade them if they want to get rid of players and have new players. I promise. As a league, as a media apparatus that they have, they hate free agency. And that's why they don't care to sensationalize it. Because to them, it's like, who cares? A player signed with the team. Who gives a fuck? He should have signed with his old team. And that's why. I don't think it's anything deeper than that. They just genuinely do not like it. Because again, baseball has gigantic media. They could do whatever, genuinely, they could do whatever they wanted with their with the scope and scale of the media they have. They just choose not to do those things. Because when baseball wants you to know about something, you know about it. You know what I mean, Taterhead? Like, everybody knew about the rule changes. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? The second them rule changes were officialized, it was everywhere. Every single media apparatus in like that covers sports was like, we got to talk about these new baseball rules. So again, baseball could tell the media. Baseball, again, being a monopoly, they have these weird rules where they can kind of just move however they want. Again, I don't think they like free agency, and that's why. Oh, the Rays owner. Yeah. Again, baseball also really is against relocating teams too, which is hilarious. They genuinely do not like to move teams. I don't even know if any of the teams that want to get moved, like the White Sox, the Rays, will get moved. I could see the Royals getting moved over to Missouri, but that's barely. They'll still be the Kansas City Royals. You know what I mean? They're just now in Missouri part. No, they'll be good again eventually once they get the big move that they want. Yeah, that's the reason the White Sox are bad right now, and that's why they didn't hire AJ Hinch. The A's change their name. No, it's fine that they can be the Rays. The San Francisco Giants were almost moved to Tampa Bay. But not a lot of people know that, actually, by the way. Williams pops out. By the way, I'll just do till 2 o'clock and then I'm out of here tonight. We got another 10 minutes here or so on the stream. The A's are fine, but like we almost had the Tampa Bay Giants when they almost moved San Francisco out. But Bud Selig, or yeah, it was Bud Selig. Yeah, I think the commissioner before Manfred stepped in and said, nah, there's too much history to move the Giants out. And that's why he kept denying teams getting moved. Like there was almost like 6 or 7 teams to Tampa before the Rays were formed. Well, the Devil Rays, but there's a whole lot of shit going on. People thought Tampa was good. Well, they're not Oakland. They're the Sacramento A's this year, I believe. Yeah, I don't believe they're. I don't think they're called the Oakland A's anymore. I think this year they're called the Sacramento A's. Or I think they're just going to be going by the Athletics. I don't think they have a front name anymore. The A's, the Athletics. I think that's what we call them. Kiner Falafa has a base hit, 1 on, 1 out. All right, though. I actually think I'm out of here, folks. This stream is really dead. And again, I do have some stuff I want to get done before I have to dip out of here. So I appreciate everyone hanging out this afternoon. Thank you for making the stream a little bit less empty and awkward. Probably can't stream tonight. Probably go live tomorrow. Don't know if I'll be able to do the Tigers game. I think I have some stuff planned, but I'll probably be... What do we got? Let me see what tomorrow is. Maybe the Tigers play in the evening and we can actually pull it off. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it, man. No, 1 o'clock. I might have to miss the next 2 games. I'm not sure. I definitely have to miss Friday. I'm going to be missing a lot of games this week. But we'll figure it out. It's the preseason. Anyone gives a shit. I'll be around for the regular, for the good games. The ones that matter. See you later, Kook. See you later, everyone. The issues of the Cubs are in Japan right now. Well, yeah, it's not really an issue. That's just a cool way to open up the season. Baseball, it's good that the MLB is getting tighter with the Japanese leagues. I've always viewed the Japanese pro leagues as a really good minor league system, or a potential very good minor league system, and I think that's how it should be utilized. And I also think that they're pros, like I also have this other thought where it's like, I don't know. What's up, Jake? But yeah, I'll have a schedule for like the streams and everything like that this evening for like what the plans are. Tomorrow I won't be able to. Wednesday I might. No, I have I have shit I gotta do. Fuck. I'll have night streams for Tuesday. We'll have like evening streams and all that. Or we'll just do like a general sports hangout or like just a general hangout in general. Just like talk about whatever. Mainly just because I'm, just busy. It's that time. It's like school. I got school shit to do. But I do appreciate everyone hanging out. Thank you so much. I will update everyone as soon as I can with information. Isn't it crazy that literally next week we're going to be watching real baseball again? Woohoo! So close. All right. See y'all later. Thanks again. Sorry again for the shorter stream. It's just it was kind of a dead day in here today, and that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Peace out. Go Lions. Go Patriots. And of course, it's always go Tigers. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see y'all as soon as I can see y'all.